Hey everybody, welcome back to Dicing with Death, where I show you Skype chat logs instead of our faces. Woo! It's okay. It's all fixed now. uh, there we go. We're here.
So, I just got ambushed by some brigands on the road. I'm next to their overturned wagon trying to figure out why they attacked me.
Indeed.
Okay. So they have, it just looks like a typical transport wagon.
Mm-hmm.
You see like grain and boring
Um,
salt pork and shit.
yeah,
I'm gonna
how
try
deeply
and
through the supplies do you dig?
I'm gonna try and look underneath them and see if there's like a hidden compartment under, like if it's like a smuggler's cart with
Okay.
like a,
You
and
move.
maybe since it's overturned, even coming from the bottom and
Okay.
see if there's anything on the bottom.
You notice Georgie Boy sniffing around a certain area, and you start moving some boxes and trying to uncover some secrets, and you come across a body underneath a bunch of boxes.
Well, Georgie Boy would certainly sniff that out.
Yeah.
Is it what condition is it in? I'll pull it
Looks
out.
fresh. Looks very fresh. Perhaps a few hours old. Dead.
Perhaps the actual owner of this cart. And man,
Man. Early 30s. Weathered hands. Weathered face.
do
Lots
the
of calluses.
brigands have weathered hands?
You look them
Is my
over.
character in?
Yeah, you take a look at them, and their hands, they're calloused, but they have a lot of scars. But they're not near. Their hands have scars. Their arms have scars. They
Mm-hmm.
look like knife wounds or something, like as if they've been slashed by something in the past. Whereas the other guy looks more just
Like
thickly calloused
the
and
reins
meaty.
of an
Yeah.
ox cart. Okay. I have low int but high will and perception, so I'm going to rule that I'm going to play my character as intuitive and whatnot, but not necessarily good memory or good.
Or
I
book
don't know.
smarts.
Or book smarts, yeah.
Yeah. You didn't pay much
But
attention to your education. You're too busy
no.
learning how to ride horses and skewer people with lances.
Yeah. Okay. So well, that's interesting.
Hmm.
Um, do I not see anyone coming down the road?
No, not now.
I will if there's enough fabric. I'll try and cover the bodies. So there's not
There's
a
not
respect.
really. I mean, the fabric is a
Okay.
traveling cloak and a blanket. So
Then I will hop back on my horse and gallop towards Lockstein. Am I closer to Lockstein or Roost? I'm closer to
you're
Roost,
still
aren't I?
closer to Roost, yeah.
Are there what are the like the guards or whatever like in either of those? Are there guards or they're just like are there family knights that police this area? What is the
So an individual city will have like a city like Lockstein or Holy City Emberstone will have a town guard.
mm-hmm,
Protrum may have a kind of like a single guard, like a sheriff sort of thing. But then
mm-hmm,
there'll be like a small keep held by, or a small manor held by the local lord who runs over it, who's probably some distant relative of yours, and
mm-hmm.
he will have a like a set of guards for his household, which can then also enforce rule in the city. But day to day, it's done by like the one sheriff. Roost would have it's a larger town, so it would have a handful of guards underneath the rule of the sheriff, and then the family holding outside would have a contingent of troops, small contingent of
So
troops.
an hour from Roost. How many more? It's probably still like another
5 hours to
six.
Lockstein.
Grumbling, I gallop back to Roost.
Okay. You gallop back to Roost. You do pass some people on the way.
Oh,
Some people headed towards Lockstein.
I'm going full speed back to
Okay.
Roost.
Cool. You arrive back at Roost.
I seek out the guard immediately.
Okay. Uh, you get directions to where the sheriff's office is located.
Okay, I go to the sheriff.
Okay. He's there. As you enter, he kind of bows and says, "Lord, what can I do
I
for
said,
you?"
"There's trouble on the road to Lockstein. I was attacked by brigands. There's no return to ox cart. I found a body inside. I'm assuming that the brigands attacked the cart and then attacked me when I came upon them.
My God,
Oh,
did they know who you are?
I didn't make myself. I did not introduce myself by name, but bear my sigil, so
This is dark news
may or may
indeed.
not have been obvious.
I will summon some men to deal with
I
it immediately. I will
Yeah,
inform.
sort it out and investigate. I'm not. Maybe perhaps a local will recognize the body that was shoved in the cart
He
and tell
nods.
him my
Uh,
theory that it was yeah, whatever. Yeah.
my
He got
men will take care of it. I will inform Lord Holdstein of the
Lockstein.
Holdstein. That's the Lord of Roost.
Okay.
Because every town and city will have, well, every town will have a local lord that rules over it. Cities often have many families.
I say I was on my way to Lockstein, so I best get back on the road. But
Do you need to? Those wounds look pretty bad. Do you need someone to see to them?
the town's not going to have any sort of healer of any kind, are they?
Probably not.
I say no. I'll be fine until I make it to Lockstein.
Okay. He nods and heads off to presumably gather up some guards to do some shit for him.
Yeah, I assume he's taking care of it, and I get out of there as quick as I can. I will actually take. I'm going to put my armor back on.
Okay.
I probably would have meant to do that earlier, but it's fine.
You armor up and head to Lockstein.
No helm, by
No
the way.
helm.
I get -1 to surprise with my helm on.
Okay. Hair blowing in the wind, you full speed it to Lockstein and arrive at dusk.
Okay. I stagger to the close. I probably have been here before, so I know where to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Would I?
Yeah.
I would stay
You
probably.
can either stay with your cousin, or you
Mhm.
can stay in an inn in town, depending how you feel.
I'll stay in an inn.
Okay.
Keep a little. I think I'm keeping a somewhat low profile, even though I'm probably not at all.
You know what? Your level 1 character,
Yeah.
still wet behind the ears. It's perfectly reasonable for you to do these things.
Okay, so I'll go to an inn.
All right. It's called the Royal Rooster.
The Royal Rooster.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It
I'll tell.
is known wide and far as
Mhm.
the one of the nicest inns in the foreseeable area. Uh, what? Not patronage. A room here is 2 gold per night. It's a little
But
bit
worth
more
it, right?
expensive than anything else, but you have nice silk sheets, and everything is in vibrant colors. Lots of reds, lots of golds and yellows, colors
Mhm.
that roosters would reflect.
All right.
Um,
All right. So I'll pay the 2 gold. I'll tell the stable boy that we had a hard ride and to give Elsa a few extra oats.
okay. Yeah. You come into the inn. This has 2 sitting rooms. You've got the private sitting room kind of in the back, and then you have the more open bar area for socializing with others.
Mm-hmm.
The bar area in the front is a little bit smaller. You can fit 20 people at most. The back room is large, but it's comfortable. Lots of sofas and chairs, so you could probably fit. There's also room for 20 people, but it's built a room twice the size.
Okay. Is there anywhere I can go to, like, a new shirt at this hour? I look like shit.
Yeah.
Like, is there a store open, or would the inn even have access to linens and stuff?
The innkeeper might have some stuff he could sell you. I
Mm-hmm.
would assume you brought a change of clothes.
Okay. Is that I've got 5 pounds of clothes. Does that have a?
Yeah, I think usually
Okay.
5 pounds of clothes includes a change of
Okay.
clothes.
So I'll throw on a different tunic,
Okay.
clean up a bit, and then head downstairs.
All right. You head downstairs into the area. Would you like to go to the parlor or to the bar?
Hmm. I'm feeling bar.
The bar. Okay. You head to the bar. It's pretty rambunctious this time of night for a noble bar. There's no drinks being thrown, but there's lively discourse and discussion happening. You can hear people talking about politics and economics. Some people discussing philosophy, and a couple people discussing the play that they just saw.
Okay. I'm probably not into the theater. Or philosophy. I don't know. I'll just take it all in.
All right. You're sitting there for a little while.
I'm not wearing my armor, by the way.
Okay. You're sitting there for a while when
I ditch my shirt.
one of the people kind of comes up to you and says, "Oh, you must be." I forget your family's last name.
Rosewell.
Rosewell. You must be one of the Rosewells. let me introduce myself to you. I am Captain Humbersnatch.
I extend a hand and say, Beryl, it's a pleasure to meet you.
I
Captain, aren't we a ways from? Oh, okay. So aren't we a ways from the ocean, Captain?
We are indeed, but I happen to be the captain of the guard here in Lockstein.
I smile as if I meant that as a joke.
He doesn't seem to get it. It's a pleasure to see you in town. I haven't seen one of your family in here in quite a while. May I ask what brings you here?
Nothing particular, just in need of some fresh air and a ride.
Well, let me make myself at your service and at your disposal. If there's anything you need while you're here, anything at all, please let me or any one of my men know, and we will do our very best to meet your needs. After all,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
my town is your town.
Okay. Does he stick around as if he's planning to chat more, or is he just like
Yeah,
swooping?
he seems interested in having a conversation with you.
Okay. I will fill him into the trouble on the road. So I say, on my way here this morning, I ran into brigands just about an hour east of Ryut.
I hope they didn't give you any trouble.
They did, but you made it here.
Wow. It's been a long time since we've had trouble on the roads around here. That last war, well, it was a while ago, but anyway, I'm sorry to hear of your troubles.
It's it's fine. I just figured Captain of the Guard would like to know such things.
Yeah.
Wasted most of the morning having to double back to Ryust and inform the sheriff there.
Well, I shall. Is there anything that needs to be attended to, or is the matter taken care of?
I think I look at him as if I'm trying to remember his name. The sheriff, Ryust, whatever. Yeah, I mean, presuming that he knows him. I said, we'll be taking care of it.
Okay.
But
okay. Give me a charisma check.
20 plus 11. Ugh, what's with these shitty checks?
Okay.
Nope.
All right. You have a pleasant conversation with Captain Humbersnatch.
Okay. Does he have any interesting rumors that he adds, or is he as boring as he seems to be?
He mostly asks questions of you and wants to listen to your stories. Actually, he doesn't offer a lot up conversation-wise.
Okay.
But
All
he's
right.
an eager listener.
Okay. I leave out everything about the trouble with the Rothschilds and whatnot, even though he probably wouldn't have heard by now. It would because I left the day after. No, yeah, I left 2 days after. Maybe he would have heard by now if a rider had come. Anyways, I leave all that out.
Okay, he doesn't.
But I will. Otherwise, I'll tell him random stories or whatever. I don't even know what my stories are going to be.
Okay, you guys have a pleasant conversation.
Jousting and hunting and boring rich people sports.
Yeah. And at some point, when you desire to retire, you kind of give him a less than subtle hint that you're like, all right, I'm going to go to bed now.
It's been a long day.
Yeah. He excuses himself and you head off to sleep.
Okay.
Okay. Morning comes, you awaken in health and spirits.
Probably not. I probably haven't felt this shitty in ever.
Possibly, but your spirits are up because you're on the road doing something good. You
Feeling like a hero.
Yeah.
All right.
You're young, so your aches and pains you can overcome easily.
If they're not, I'll probably. I mean, I guess what's seeking out a healer? Who needs a doctor? I'll strap on my leather armor and throw on a cloak and head to the eastern part of town.
Okay. Taking Georgie Boy with you?
Yeah, I'll take Georgie Boy with me. I'll leave the horse and whatnot, and it'd probably be pretty conspicuous to carry a war lance through town. So I'll leave all that behind.
Okay. So I think for about
Helm.
Georgie Boy, I think we should just have you kind of like play him and stuff. I'll try and like if there's something, I may make perception checks for him occasionally, like in secret. But
Mm-hmm.
if there's anything, if you're in a situation where you think that he might be looking for something, be like Georgie Boy sniffs around for blah blah.
Okay.
Just
All right.
play him as as another character.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. He's for the most part he's well trained, so he'll basically just shadow me and not get into trouble or poop on anyone's floor or anything like that. We hope.
We hope.
Okay.
Unlike, oh god, what was Leslie's trained eye dog named?
I can't remember, but I do remember pissing all over the place.
It shat in the middle of a Costco.
That's what it was. Did she have it, and she had no idea, right?
Well, I don't know. That's just a story that I heard. I think she knew because someone told the story, so somehow she knew, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Goodness. Okay. So we will head to the eastern part of town.
Okay, you head towards the eastern part of town.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So and I'll look around for elves or an elf bar or anything that looks like what I'm looking for, or
Alright.
anything interesting for that matter.
Give me a perception check. Or at least
Georgie boy, sniff out the elves.
give me perception checks until you hit a 21. Oh, there you
28,
go.
first try.
Within half an hour of kind of wandering the area, you notice a establishment which a couple elves walk out of, and you
Is
go
there
up.
a sign?
There is a sign. There's the sign over it has no words, but there is a quill with a well of ink next to it.
Okay.
You peer in the
It says
window, and
over.
you do notice a bar inside.
Okay. I will enter.
Okay. Walking in, you notice people turn. The bartender turns to look at you, and then kind of raises an eyebrow. He's an elf. You notice all the patrons here are elves.
Howdy. I have a seat at the bar.
The barkeep comes over. He's a slender young man, probably 25 by human standards. God knows how old by elven standards. With long blonde hair tied back in a ponytail that kind of goes down to his mid-shoulder blades. He says in a thick elven accent, "Hello, my lord. What brings you to my place of establishment?"
I put a silver on the table. I say, I'll start with a drink, but I am looking for information.
What would my lord like to drink?
Whatever your specialty is. Fine elven ale? Wine?
He nods and proceeds to go over to a cask and fill up a glass of wine. Brings it to you and sets it down.
Okay. Hi. Okay, so I lean in and I say, does the name Rothschild mean anything to you?
He shakes his head slowly. No, I'm afraid it doesn't. Again, broken elven. Or broken common.
Or Lord Francis? A merchant?
Yes. Lord Francis supplies us with our wine here.
Does he?
He does.
The reason I'm here is there's been some trouble in Emberstone. For reasons I can't quite understand, the Rothschilds have been putting quite a bit of pressure on Francis to not trade with the elves anymore. It has come to blood in the streets.
This is grave news.
I nod. I say, I'm trying to sort out why this would be the case. Do you know of anyone who I may speak to? I put two more silver on the table.
I could put you in touch with our with the representative of Francis in town who supplies us with our wine when their carts go through.
Sure, that would be great help.
Of course. His name is Flatbrook. He can be found over on a few blocks down. He's got the house with the blue windows on it.
Okay.
I don't know if he's home at this hour, but that's where he lives and works.
Thank you for your time, and I'm sorry for the disturbance.
And it's no disturbance at all.
Mm-hmm.
He glances at your shirt and says, Lord Rosewell? I'm sorry, not Rosewell. Rosewell,
Yeah,
yeah. Lord
yeah.
Rosewell?
I look down at my shirt. Is there there's a little probably embroidered rose somewhere on there?
Yeah.
Is that okay? I say not Lord, but yes.
Master Rosewell.
It's yeah. Not that I'm doing anything. Not that this is subterfuge or anything, but it's probably not best.
Sub to what?
Perhaps it would be best if you hadn't recognized me. If you understand my meaning.
He nods.
It's nothing serious. Just, have to get me a new shirt. All right. I finish my wine and leave.
Okay. The wine is good. Give me a grub skill check.
I don't have a grub skill yet.
You don't have a grub skill? All right, 3d6 grub skill right now.
Ugh.
Oh, 7 grub skill? Okay, write that down. And then give me a grub skill check.
Okay, where am I? $23.
You enjoy your wine quite a bit. It's delicious.
All right.
Okay.
So I will head to the house down the street that belongs to. Crap, what was his name?
Flatbrook.
Flatbrook? Okay.
Yep. You head to the house with the blue windows and knock on the door or walk in or
knock on the door.
knock on the door. A serving girl opens the door for you. She is an elf, you notice. Hello, my lord. What can I do for you?
Nod. I say, is Mr. Flatbrook in?
She nods and opens the door all the way and gestures you in.
Okay.
She takes you behind a door, and you are in the office of a Mr. Flatbrook. He is a short man, kind of jowly looking face, scraggly beard, but sharp eyes that kind of dart back and forth. He's wearing a little hat. He's a human. And a fine green vest on top of his red clothing.
Okay. Mr. Flatbrook?
I'm Mr. Flatbrook. Brooke, what can I do for you?
I have been led to believe that you work for Lord Francis. I have a seat.
I do.
My name is Beryl Rosewell. I have come here from Emberstone.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard news recently?
No, not from Emberstone. What is happening in the city? Has something occurred?
I sort of look side to side shiftily.
There's no one else in the room.
Yeah, it really. You didn't hear this from me, but I proceed to,
Explain.
tell him about the recent events. Yeah, I see. There has been quite a bit of trouble with the Rothschilds. Lord Francis's son is dead. And it seems as if trade with the elves will cease unless something changes, some information comes to light.
Why do you know why the trade would cease?
Because Lord Rothschild wishes it.
And what does
You
Lord
know,
Rothschild have to do with Lord Francis?
that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, I wish I could help you. I don't really know anything. I just work here. I manage the shipments, I place orders, I deal with local trouble, that sort of thing.
Have you heard of this Lord Rothschild?
I'm well aware of the Rothschild status in Emberstone, although I did not know they had any interest in elven lands.
Do you know of anyone who would?
Scratches his beard. No, no, I don't. I mostly work with the Francises and within the city. I stay out of politics as much as possible. I find
Oh,
that politics usually shortens one's neck.
hmm. Well, I thank you for your time.
You said your name again was Beryl?
I nod.
Okay. Well, good luck with the investigation, and if there's anything I can do, let me know. I would love to be of service.
I leave.
Okay.
Well, that did ended quickly. I'll sort of wander around this part of town as I contemplate.
Okay.
Does this seem to be like an elven district, or is it just?
No, the town is pretty diverse as before. It
Mm-hmm.
seems that that one bar was perhaps just the elven bar in town, and
Mm-hmm.
everyone else is just doing their own thing.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. That bar made me feel awkward. I don't think I want to go back there again. As nice as the wine was.
Hmm.
Well, as I think about what to do next, I'll go shopping for some clothes that don't have my name on them.
Okay. You go shopping. You find some nice clothes that suit your taste and whatnot for
Mm-hmm.
5 gold. They
I've
don't
got
have any
expensive taste,
embroidery.
don't I?
Yeah, well, look where your family's from and all that.
I'm going to be broke pretty quick if we don't get me on some quests, Neal.
Don't. It's
What?
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Right.
Um, so yeah, so you get your nicer clothing, nice clothing and everything, and you're wandering about when you notice. Give me a perception check,
Did I
actually.
notice?
Maybe you don't notice anything.
23.
Okay. You notice that there is a man, an elf,
Mm-hmm.
following you, not particularly discreetly.
Mm-hmm.
Did cake just magically appear in front of you?
I don't know if it was magic. I got it during the last break, but
Okay.
yeah,
Damn it.
magic cake.
I want magic cake.
Cake is not a lie.
Cake is not.
There's plenty here. Run, quick.
I should come visit.
Yeah.
Okay. You notice
Okay.
this elf following you not very discreetly.
Is there a tavern or something nearby?
There is one within eyesight. It's like a block away.
If there no, I mean, are we in like a public area?
Yeah, you're walking
Market
down
or something?
a big street.
All right. I will stop and try and find like I don't know. I just, a place to have a conversation, like lean against a wall or something, and let him catch up with me if it looks like that's what he's trying to do.
Okay. So you kind of lean up
See that?
against a wall, and you notice that who's like 30 feet behind you or so, goes and leans up against the wall and tries to look nondescript and and tries to look like he's not paying
Yeah.
attention.
I kneel down and I pet my dog,
Okay.
my sort of left ear towards him. And
Georgie boy likes the petting. The elf proceeds to just kind of keep leaning against the wall, looks at his nails.
yes, I say. They're following me.
He's like 30 feet away.
Oh, okay. I was imagining he's right next to me.
No. He's like 30 feet away.
Okay. Okay. I keep walking then, and I turn down the next road that I can,
Okay. You
and
turn.
I stop just around the corner.
Okay.
I tell George Bush,
Okay.
and I hope that he'll come around the corner. And when he does, I want to make a grab at him.
Okay. Sure enough, a few moments later, he walks around the corner briskly, like pokes his head around and comes around, and you get an attack of opportunity. +2 to hit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's probably
Yeah.
5.
Yeah. I mean, you just grab him by the.
I don't want
the
to be
shirt.
like too violent, but I grab him by the front of his shirt and shove him up against the wall.
Okay.
And
He
I
goes,
say, yes.
What is this all about?
You're following me.
Yes.
Look down at him in the eyes.
Okay, so I was following you. Is there anything wrong with that?
You mind telling me why?
He looks
work
pretty
for it.
nervous.
I look side to side. Have we gathered much attention?
No, this street is not very busy. Someone asked me to keep an eye on you. He gave me a couple of silver to do it.
I let go of his shirt and sort of shake the wrinkles out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Say, and who would this be?
A woman. She didn't give her name. She just said to follow you around and come back and talk to her at the end of the day. Tell her where you went.
Where did you meet this woman?
Just a few blocks back that way. He points behind himself. She was in an alleyway and kind of gestured me over. Sorry, I don't know who you are. I don't know what I've gotten myself into. I'm just here to make a couple of silver.
That's fine. I hand him 3 silver. You'll keep doing your job. So this would have been just a few minutes ago? I said.
He nods.
So I'm imagining that it was after I went to the elf bar and talked to what's-his-face.
Yeah.
Okay. So where are you meeting this woman?
In the same alleyway.
What time?
Dusk, when the sun goes down.
All right. Carry on.
You want me to just keep following you?
I don't care. Do what you will. And I walk off.
Okay. He stands there dumbfounded for a few moments. And then...
Does he follow me?
No, he goes away.
Okay. I'm gonna follow him actually. And I was imagining he would keep following me, and that I would just meet with whenever he met the woman. But if he looks like he's gonna go look for the woman,
All right, so he goes the other way. You start following him. He does not look back, and he quickly...
Does he go back to an alley or something?
Yeah, he's
back.
jogging down the road.
Okay.
Do you jog after him?
I'll match paces. Yeah, I'll jog after him.
Okay. He seems completely... He doesn't look back ever. He just fucking runs, jogs, and arrives at this alleyway and kind of darts in on the side.
Okay, I will walk. I will stop jogging, and once I get near the alleyway, and casually walk past and glance in.
He is not. You walk past to see him pounding on a door in the alleyway that leads into the building of Mr. Flatbrook.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I will step back, like behind the alleyway, and just poke my head around.
Okay. Give me a dexterity check.
Uh-oh. Dexterity.
Yep.
Ugh, 15.
Okay. He's pounding on the door. You have your head poked around, and at one point he does a quick look side to side, and catches you looking at him.
Okay.
Like you saw him try to move, and you tried to pull your head back in time, but he
It was
snapped
pretty
his head
obvious
around
that
you.
you saw
Too.
me.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll poke my head back around then. It's obvious that I've been spotted.
Yeah. You see him disappear inside the building at this point.
All right. So this is just Mr. Flatbrook's office.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This Flatbrook knows more than he's letting on. I'll walk to the front door immediately.
Okay.
So that I'll probably be barging in the front door as this guy's going in the back. I'm like, Mr. Flatbrook, I've been spotted.
All right. You get to the front door.
Mm-hmm.
Do you open, knock, what?
I'll knock.
Okay. There's a long silence, and then the same serving girl opens the door and says, "Oh, hello again. Are you here to see Mr. Flatbook again?
Indeed.
I'm sorry, he's gone out for the day. He should
No,
be
he
back this
hasn't.
evening." Excuse me?
He's in his office right now.
I'm sorry, my lord. You must be mistaken. He has gone out for the day.
Do I believe her?
Do you
Or does
believe
she seem
her?
like she's lying? I mean, yeah. Nice. Then, where does that door in the alley lead? And I gesture to the alley next to it.
The door in the alleyway?
I point to the alley next to the house.
I think that goes into the building behind this.
There's a building behind this, and I sort of look up, and I mean, I guess I'm not. Yeah.
I mean, from here you can't see anything, but it's a city, so it's conceivable that there could be two buildings close to one another that might, from an alley, look like the same building.
I narrow my eyes at her, grumbling as I walk away.
Okay. Where do you go?
To inspect the door in the alley.
Okay. The door is indeed at the very back of two buildings that kind of like the wall runs into one another. So it's hard to say, like there's not a gap between the two buildings. It's hard to say which building this is.
Okay. Okay. Is it unmarked or is there a knob?
No, there's no way of opening it from the alleyway, it looks like. There's a little circle, like a little porthole on the top, a fisheye porthole.
Okay. I will go around to the other, walk all the way through the alley to the other street and see what the other building is.
The other building is some sort of warehouse or holding building for something.
Is there anyone managing it or anything?
The front door is currently open, and there are some people carrying a box in.
I'll go to the other side of the street and try and look discreet as I watch whatever they're doing.
Give me perception checks. Well, a perception check.
21.
21. Okay, you notice actually what non-weapon proficiencies do you have?
Nothing animal shit.
All animal shit?
Riding, hunting, dog training. That's it.
Okay. You noticed a crest on some of the boxes that are being brought in, but you don't know what crest is.
Yeah. Were you checking to see if I had heraldry or something like that?
Yeah.
I should have, but I don't get enough proficiencies and I'm dumb. Okay. Can I make a mental note of the crest or?
Yeah. I may make you, if too much time passes, I may make you make an intel check to remember it.
Oh.
If it's like months later.
Okay.
If it's like a couple days or a week, then it's fine.
Okay. Yeah, but try and see if I can remember what it is. If it's thinking maybe Francis or even Rothschild. Okay. I'll watch. So they just have boxes, and they're
Yeah.
bringing them into the warehouse or out of the warehouse.
Into the warehouse.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are they all elves or a mix?
Mostly humans. There
Okay.
is one elf who seems to be the foreman and
Mm-hmm.
overseeing everything. Or
Mm-hmm.
that's what you assume. He's not actually carrying anything.
Mm-hmm.
You assume foreman.
Okay. Intriguing. Okay. Did they finish loading?
Yeah, they finished taking all the boxes off of the cart,
Mm-hmm.
bringing them inside, and the humans pile on the cart and kind of pull it away. The elf goes inside the warehouse and shuts the door behind him.
Where does the cart appear to be going? I'll follow the cart for a bit.
Okay.
Are they heading out of the city?
The cart heads towards the edge of the city and then stops near a tavern. Not the elf tavern, a different tavern.
But this is on the eastern gate.
It is on the eastern gate.
Okay.
They tie up the cart somewhere, stable the horse properly, and head inside.
Is there anyone watching it?
The cart?
Yeah.
It's in a very public place, but no one is keeping an eye on it.
Okay. I will walk past the cart.
Okay.
Take
It's
a look
empty at this
inside.
point. There's nothing inside of it. Maybe a little bit of hay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're probably just going to get. Okay, I'll head back to the warehouse.
Okay. You're back at the warehouse.
Yeah.
What are you wearing right now? You are wearing your new shirt, right?
I haven't changed into the stuff that I just bought.
Okay, so you're still wearing. Okay.
So I'm still wearing my clothes that make me quite recognizable.
Okay.
Which is a good point. All right, I'll head back to my hotel,
Okay, you get back to the Royal Rooster.
the Royal Rooster,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll clean up and check my dressing and
It
like my
seems to be
wounds.
fine. Nothing big with it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's okay.
Okay, and I'll put on my less descript clothing
Okay.
and armor.
Okay. You notice Captain. Oh God, what was his name?
Is it Cumbersnatch or Bandersnatch or
Humbersnatch. Captain Humbersnatch.
Cumbersnatch?
You notice that he is in the parlor as you are coming downstairs, and he kind of gives you like a "oh" and starts to walk in your direction.
Say hello, Captain.
Beryl, it's good to see you again here. How are things?
Not bad, not bad. How about with yourself?
Good, good. Have you been enjoying the fresh air?
Indeed.
Uh,
Lovely city you have here.
Thank you. Do my best to keep it neat and tidy. Uh, I heard from Reese that those bandits you found were found murdered or dead in the streets, dead on the road. Looks like someone took care of them for us.
Yes, that was me.
You killed them.
I thought that I made that clear to Roost. Yes.
Yeah, it just wasn't clear to me. They just said
Oh.
that the bodies were recovered.
I say yes. The mystery was the third body that the bandits had killed. Perhaps the merchant driving the cart.
Probably. Damn bandits. Happy to report that we haven't had a murderer in this town in weeks, so really very safe here.
Weeks actually probably is pretty safe, huh?
Yeah, weeks is great. Detroit recently celebrated no murders for 36 hours. But that's because it was too cold for anyone to go outside and get murdered. But still.
Too cold for drive-bys.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If he doesn't seem like he has anything interesting to say, I'm going to bid adieu and leave.
Okay. He seems interested in carrying conversation with you, but you break it off.
Yes.
Okay.
Unless he had something specific he was getting out, yeah.
No, no, he had nothing
Okay.
specific.
Cumberbatch, Hammer Snatch,
Humber snatch.
Humber Snatch. Okay, so I will head back to the warehouse.
Okay. It is approaching evening now. You've been
Hmm.
walking around the city on foot, so it takes a while to get from place to place.
That's fine.
The inn has or not the inn, the warehouse has a lantern on or some sort of light source on inside.
Hmm.
Non-magical because you can see it like flickering and glowing.
Hmm. Should not have let that guy go. I'll walk up to the door of the Are there any windows in the warehouse?
Yeah.
Take a peek in one.
You see just a lot of.
It should be.
This is
have
actually a
lights,
front room. So
Mhm.
there's a little desk on one side on which you see a lantern sat,
Mhm.
and the rest of the room looks pretty empty. There's
Mhm.
another door leading out of that to something behind it.
There's no one inside?
Not right now. Not that you can see.
All right. I will tell Georgie Boy to stay by the front door. Give him the scratch into the chin and step inside.
Okay. You open the door and it opens freely. You
Okay.
enter a small room. It is 10 feet long, 8 feet wide, or 8, yeah. But the length goes 8 feet deep, 10 feet wide,
Mm-hmm.
I should say. There is a table, kind of like a desk sort of thing with the lantern placed on it, and a couple of comfortable chairs for seating, soft
Okay.
padded chairs.
I will open the inside door. Actually, I can't even read. No, I'll open the inside door. I was like, I'll go through the desk. And it's like, nope, I can't even read.
Why can't you? You should read. You're a noble.
I don't have I'm too stupid to have that many proficiencies.
Yeah. Okay, well, your father is always giving you shit about you working on your letters. Then, like,
Yeah,
it's a point of
contention.
contention in the
Yeah.
family. It's actually something that you're rather ashamed of because all your friends and everyone else you know can read.
Yeah.
Even some of your servants can read. Anyway, you said you open the door.
Yeah.
You go to open
Quietly,
it and it
slowly.
kind of jostles against something. It must be barred
locked.
from behind.
Okay, I'll take a quick peek around this room and then leave.
Okay.
Do I see that symbol anywhere?
No.
Okay. So, like 30 seconds to like see if there's any items of interest or
Okay.
important looking manifests.
Give me a perception check as you leave.
23.
Okay. As you shut the door on the outside and kind of like bend down to scratch Georgie Boy, you hear the door on the inside open. So it's like you leave the building, and then the inner door opens right then. A few seconds later.
Yeah. I'll take a peek in the window.
You notice the same elf as before, standing in the doorway, kind of looking around.
Okay, I'll pull back from the window and then wait for a second. I'll be waiting outside the door.
Scratches his head.
If he opens it.
Then turns around and goes back inside.
The inner door?
Yeah.
I'll open the door quickly if I can catch him before he goes inside.
Yeah. So you open the outer door as he's closing the inner door, and he stops and turns around and says, "Oh, I thought I heard someone. Is there something I can help you with, sir?"
Maybe. I take a step inside.
He takes a glance at your sword, and you're not
Short
wearing...
sword.
Yeah.
I'm wearing armor.
You are
Hopefully,
wearing
I
armor.
mean, it's probably pretty obvious I'm wearing armor, but it's like under my clothes, so I don't know.
Okay.
So yes, I'm wearing armor.
All right. He glances at your
Um,
sword and says, "Is there a problem?"
I don't know. Why don't you tell me who you really are and what this is really about?
Well, my name is Frankel. Uh, this is my
Frankel.
Frankel. This is the warehouse that I manage.
Frankel Yelf, right? This is that same elf that was
Frankel the
following
elf. Yeah. No,
you?
no, not the one that was following you. This is the one that was the foreman of the warehouse.
Oh shit!
He was
You
not
confused
following
me.
you.
I can't tell elves apart. I'm racist.
You might have that issue.
I, what is that door in the alleyway? Does that lead into your warehouse?
The door in the alleyway?
I nod.
Um, what's this about? Why are you asking these questions and who are you?
That's not important. I'll be out of your hair quickly.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to
The
ask you to
door.
leave, sir.
Are you saying that door in the alleyway does not lead into your warehouse?
I'm saying unless you give me a reason why I should be answering your questions, I'm not going to answer them and you need to leave.
I was being followed by a man that fled into that door in the alley.
Well, I'm sure it has nothing to do with us. Now, if you don't mind leaving, I would appreciate that.
I linger for awkwardly too long, like several extra seconds, staring him down, and then I leave.
Okay.
All right, I'll circle around and have another chat with Mr. Francis. See if he's back yet.
Mr. Francis? Oh, Mr. Flatstone?
Oh, Mr. Flatbrook.
Flatbrook, yeah. All right, you get back to Flatbrook's house, knock on the door a third time for the day. Once
Yep.
again, the same serving girl opens the door and says, "Ah, hello,
Hello again.
Mr. Barrel. Mr. Flatbrook is indeed returned. Would you like to speak to him now?"
Yes, please.
She smiles and brings you in.
Mm-hmm.
He says he's in the back parlor, the purple parlor.
I go to the purple parlor.
She leads you the way, and we are at our next break. Just as you walk into the purple parlor, dun dun dun. We will catch you guys in 5 minutes.
All right.